Hello, good afternoon. Indrajit, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. नुसतं जॉईन करून जाऊ नकोस हा.
Yes, sir.
काय प्रॉब्लेम असेल नाही समजत वगैरे असेल तर सांग मला.
Okay, sir.
What we did yesterday, can you tell me? We were discussing organization structure. So there is what are the different type of organization structure? Line organization, staffing organization, functional organization, line and staff, project organization, committee organization, and now we are studying divisional organization. Indrajit, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, can you repeat what I told? What are the different type of organization? Just now I told no line organization, then line and staff organization, then functional organization. This is very important from examination point of view. Then project organization, then committee organization, then divisional organization. Tell me.
Sir, just a second. Just a
Yeah.
second.
I told you twice. So divisional organizations are at the bigger level or at the bigger scale it is. इसका सेकंड किधर हो गया?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, what happened? हाँ,
No, sir.
tell me. हाँ, काय?
Headphones वाले होतो.
हाँ, हाँ, tell me now. Just repeat what the type of organizations what I said.
The divisional organization.
Hmm.
Uh,
Division organization तो it is सामने visible on the screen. Then I told twice.
yes,
Line
sir.
organization, staff organization, line and staff organization, functional organization, committee organization, project organization. Tell me,
So staff organization, line and staff organization, committee
uh,
organization,
project
uh,
organization,
project organization.
line organization. The line organization is like a military organization where the order flows from one person to second person to third person. There are no in between. Project organization means it will be based on a project, a particular project, like what you do in internship. Okay, so you are taking a project of say 200 marks. So some members will be executing that in like if you go bigger companies like say Mahindra and others, so there they give small projects to a group of peoples, to a group of people. So that can be called as a project organization. Okay, so you one project you have been given. Okay, reduce the rejections. Presently the rejections are say 40%, so you have been given a project to reduce the rejection to 20% or 10%. So those members, they form a organization. That's a kind of organization at smaller level. So that's a project organization. Now divisional organization. Okay, you can mute yourself. Because there is a disturbance. So this is divisional organization is at a higher level. Like you have western region, western divisions, then south division, northern divisions, like that. Division like railways, central railway. So central division or western division or southern division. Hmm. So this is at very bigger scale. The product range is quite wide. At the same time, the coverage is also quite big. So it can be at national level or it can be across the globe also, like Asiatic division, Asiatic region, or European division. So whenever the organizations are very big, MNCs, we very often see this kind of organization. All right. So it can be based on function, based on product, then geographic territory, like I told you, like Asia, Europe, depending upon the continent, Singapore, Malaysia, and it can be based on the project also. Sometimes the projects are very big, you know, like the projects like say SSC boards ka marks, nowadays you get, uh, all the marks online, like whenever you are typing your number, so your SSC marks, your 12th standard marks, your CET marks, everything comes whenever you just type. So or if you are filing a return, then all the data comes. आपका जो form 16 means whatever salary you earn, whatever accounts you have, whichever bank, if you have 5 accounts, if you have 10 accounts, all the account information will come, how much interest you are earned. So this is because of the technology. Okay, this is because of the technology. So this is a kind of a project, like some projects are like for the marks, that SSC 12th mark, CET mark, that project has been given to TCS, So you have to develop the project, or you have to develop the program, so that this admission process or the CAP process will be completely digitized. So that's a project, but it is at a bigger level, and how smoothly, this CAP admission digitized, online admission, it works, So hats off to TCS. So similarly, there are many organizations who are executing the projects which are given by the government peoples. The governments like state governments or central government, they don't have expertise, to execute this program. So that's why they give the project to bigger organization like say TCS or Wipro or Infosys. So divisional organization, it is departmentation by function, like you have at the top you have managing director, then he has general manager finance, general manager marketing, okay, general manager production, general manager R&D. R&D is nothing but your research and development, and GM personal. Okay, so even personal department also there is a scope, even in HR department also there is a scope. There are engineers who are working in personal or in HR department for the recruitment purpose, because the technical interviews cannot be taken by normal BCom or management graduates, BMS peoples. So the companies, the bigger companies, bigger organization, they have one, two or three engineers uh, full time working in HR department, full time working in it, because they have to conduct the interviews, they have to conduct the written examination, they have to assess the papers, written papers. So they have three, four peoples, three, four engineers from IT, from mechanical, from electronics, were working fully. As I told, Hull, Hindustan Aeronautics, they have 10 engineers, PG engineers, only for, documentation purpose. That is writing the manuals, electronic manual, maintenance manual, operation manuals, because it's a very big organization. So across the pan, then departmentation by the product. So marketing, now here you will have a director, So now here you will have only marketing department. Okay, so marketing manager for product A, marketing manager for product B. So this is say he is handling say FMCG division. This fellow is handling say TVs or mobiles, and then this person is handling say washing machines. So like this, so departmentation by product. Then you have departmentation by geographic territory. So geographic territory means northern region, southern region, western, eastern. Again, they will report to GM marketing. Then it can be by the project. So project A, project B, project C. Hmm. So all these they report to the chief executive. So like in many bigger organization, you will see this kind of departmentation. Fine, especially in Mahindra, if you go, on Volkswagen, if you go, they have every month they have at least 5 to 10 small projects for rejection analysis, for improving method study, for improving this uh, rejections, like that. Mm. So they form quality circles of 5-10 people. So, and it is headed by some managers also, it is headed by managers, and they have been given budget also.
like automation. So now you have to automate the tire uh, mounting process. Okay, so they will be given a budget of say 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. Okay, and he will have some engineers, workers, group leaders working under him. So other than their, this is not a full-time task. Other than their routine activities of production, they have to also carry this. But if it is at a very big, like a greenfield project, like suppose if you want to run a battery, if you want to start now electrical vehicles are coming, so if you want to start a battery plant, okay, so that can be a project, you know what kind of batteries you want to develop. Okay, so right from the land, selection of the land, selection of the equipment, selection of the machineries, you know so this is called the turnkey project. This is called the turnkey project. So everything from the selection to the rollout. Rollout means that your first battery will roll out of the factory. So that is again a project organization. So right now I am handling a battery project. So in your profile, you will say I handle so many projects. Battery projects in this area, battery project in that area, then new product development or new project development. Then hybrid organization. Hybrid means it's a mix. Okay, so it's a mix of functional as well as divisional. So it has advantages as well as disadvantages. So advantages in the same that there can be a proper alignment of the goals, hybrid का. Then functional expertise is available in case of hybrid. Hybrid means it is a combination of functional and divisional. Functional means experts in functions like heat treatment manager, maintenance manager, hmm, gear, bevel gear manufacturer, gear. There are some managers who has expertise in tool room, so tool room manager. Some managers who are expert in spiral bevel gear generating. Hmm. So, so this functional expertise is always available in mixed, in hybrid. Fine. Then adaptability and flexibility in the divisions. So divisions are flexible or adaptable to the different products or to the new product or to the new models, because they know that if I don't develop, if I don't adapt as per the current scenario, then we will not be anywhere. We will be thrown out of the market. So that's why today's mantra is flexible manufacturing system. Whatever the customer wants, you have to develop. Otherwise, the customer will go to the new place. There are somebody, sitting just outside, just aside you, who is able to supply the things as per the customer. So we say in QFD, you will learn quality function deployment. Customer is the king, customer is Bhagwan, Parameshwar. So you have to satisfy the customers in today's scenario. So it's a customer's voice. We say customer's voice, right? If the customer want a torn jeans, matlab patela jeans, then you have no choice but to produce or to manufacture patela jeans. I say. Then there can be disadvantages of this hybrid organization. That is conflicts between corporate departments and divisions. Then since it is a hybrid, there can be more overheads, administration overhead. Okay, and since it's a mix, so there will be always time for decision making. Whenever there will be a mixed organization, the decision making, or wherever it is centralized, huh, then there will be always a time for decision making. If it is a decentralized, if it is one man show, if it is not mixed, the more number of the lesser the levels, the decision, the lesser the levels, the decision making will be very fast, the response will be very fast. Higher the levels, more the committees, more the levels, you know the decision making or the response are, it takes time. Response, it takes time. So organization chart, see every quality manual, see when you go to the industry, how to understand the industry in few hours or in few days, you have to ask for the manual. That is called the quality manual. So quality manual is always available at the industry level. At the same time, the quality manual is also available at the department level. मीन्स पूरा इंडस्ट्री का एक क्वालिटी मैनुअल रहेगा एंड आपका डिपार्टमेंट का भी क्वालिटी मैनुअल रहेगा. सो यू डोंट हैव टू आस्क एनीथिंग. दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ योर ISO, which we'll be studying also. That is the beauty of your ISO, that your system, if we have systems, if we have proper systems, then the show will run, without the people, because every procedure is documented. There are SOPs for each and everything. SOP is nothing but standard operating procedure. So you have to go through, this SOP. You have to go through the manual. So if you ask for the department manual, everything will be mentioned there, everything. And you, if you see your, report, project report of the seniors, the first 20 pages of the project book or of the plybook, of the black book, actually we insist that there should not be more than 5 to 6 pages. But sometimes I have seen out of 80 pages, the 40 pages will be only devoted to the organization, that Siemens, L&T, where उनका divisions किधर किधर है, at India, in India where are the, plants, not only in India, in across the globe, where are their plants, what are their functions, what are their products, what are their projects. So then different organization structure, which is not required. You have to start with your project, what project you have taken, at the very 6th page. So only 5 pages in 5 pages you have to write, but 30 pages, 40 pages इसमें ही जाता है. Why? Because the industries are very big, industries are big. So if you ask for the departmental manual, you will see everything. What is the department producing? What is the organization chart? Who is the head? With the names. How is the authority flowing? What are the duties, responsibilities of the peoples? Everything you will get. So you don't have to ask anyone. ये क्या करता है, वो क्या करता है. Even layout, list of the machinery is available, the output, everything. So the purpose is that show must run without anybody's interference or intervention. That is the purpose of the manual. And this is the beauty of your ISO. People say that ISO, अरे क्या ISO है, बहुत लिखना पड़ता है, बहुत documentation करना पड़ता है, but it pays, and that's why many the industrialists, they are not full, to go for the ISO. Without having ISO certification, your entry in the European market is also not allowed. So why? Because when you are ISO certified, your system, has some discipline. It follows, it follows some guidelines, there is some identification and traceability. The quality is good, the show will run, even if tomorrow or even if 15 days you are not going, your show will run, because the people know how to work. Understand? But if you don't have systems, then every time the worker will come, साहब अभी क्या करने का है, साहब अभी ये ऐसा प्रॉब्लम हो गया, इसका मटेरियल नहीं मिल रहा है, ये मटेरियल शॉर्टेज है, ये आदमी नहीं आया. So like these things will always keep on happening if there is no discipline, if there are no systems. Okay. So organization chart will always define the lines of authority. It will always define the responsibilities, duties, accountability and authority of each and every person, and not necessarily the CEO. Even they will define the responsibilities of the sweeper, of the washroom cleaners, everything. If you go visit big companies, they will have, washroom ka cleaning chart. When it was cleaned last time, it was cleaned by whom, between what time it was cleaned, everything, all the details, will be there. And then there are surprise checks also. The supervisors, they will check. So what are these charts? So we are not discussing now type of organization, we are discussing the charts. Okay, so charts there are different charts. So you have vertical charts, you know, you have horizontal charts. So vertical charts may the information flows from top to bottom. Horizontal charts may the information goes from left to right. All right. Then circular charts. You must have seen the circular charts. Many organizations they have circular charts. So in which the various information is given, right? So vertical chart is like this. You know, board of directors, hospital administration, then director of the nursing, supervisor, supervisor of the nursing, under whom supervisor, head nurse, then two head nurse, then one head nurse. Again, that head nurse is a head nurse can be male nurse as well as female nurse also. Not necessary that it nurse means it has to be nurse means should be female nurse only. The nurse can be male nurse also. Then you have a staff nurse like that. SN here is nothing but the staff nurse. Circular chart is this way. Okay, board of directors, hospital administration, director. So this occupies little less space and it is more clear also. Left to right is this way. Board of directors, hospital, director of nursing. So as per the convenience and as per the organization, you have to select which kind of chart. Okay. So disadvantage charts, it has many, you know, advantages that you look at the chart. Entry may Mahindra ka, suppose if we enter the assembly shop. Say why I am taking example of Mahindra assembly, because Mahindra is the pioneer from 1958. They have well established, you know, procedures, systems, right from maintenance, right from, like suppose if you visit Kandivli, so it's like a darya. It's like a darya. Right from foundry, you know, they have foundry where they develop the sand casting dyes, molds. They have their own casting. Not only they have various types of, you know, castings. They have engine manufacturing plant. They have gear manufacturing. Everything. It's like a darya. I told you know. It's like a Bible, Mahabharat, Quran, whatever you say. Wherever you stop, you will learn something. You will see something. So that's why I always give an example. There are systems, there are procedures, there is a technology. Moment to enter at the left hand side, right hand side, you will see a big chart, organized chart. So if you visit, the manager will come and he'll explain you. This is what the layout is. This is what the organization is. This is what the reporting system is. You know. So and then only you are allowed, you know, to visit the plant. Only that it becomes outdated. Like suppose if you are writing the name of the general manager, okay, Mr. X. So if he is promoted, then again you have to change the chart. Okay, like HODs of the departments. Today, Mr. Indrajit, he is the HOD. Now if he is promoted as vice principal, somebody else has taken the charge of HOD. So you have to erase those names. So that's why a good practice is you don't write the names. Okay, but if you don't write the name, then you don't know who is the HOD. So if you simply like HOD, you don't understand. So that's why usually the practice is to write the name of the peoples also. Then another is that the organization chart does not show the duties and responsibilities. These are defined separately. All right. Okay, so that was about your, organization, industrial. So it was introduction to the industrial engineering, then contribution of the various scientists, then different organization. So we also, I'll just summarize what we learned in introduction to industrial engineering. We learned definitions, different definitions. Okay, then history and development of industrial engineering, how industrial engineering was evaluated. uh, then what is the present scenario of industrial engineering that we have to discuss, because nowadays nobody follows, you know, time study. So what are the latest techniques? The latest techniques are videos. Now you will see everywhere CCTV, isn't it? So whether the worker is doing any time pass, sleeping, he can be, you know, monitored. So these are the latest, you know, scenarios of industrial engineering, ergonomics. Then Who has contributed to the industrial engineering? Who is the father? The father. Taylor is the father of the industrial engineering. Okay. What are the activities of industrial engineering? Hmm. Then what are the different organizations and what are the functions of industrial engineering? Okay, so this was covered in our introduction to industrial engineering. Hmm. Then different type of organizations, different type of charts. So now we'll study productivity. So productivity is equal to output upon input. Okay, but now there is a misconception here, output upon input. If there is more output, means the people say my productivity is high, but that is not true. Let me tell you. If output is more, like suppose I have 300 vehicles today and tomorrow if I have produced 350, that doesn't mean that, or sorry, like today I produced 350 and yesterday I produced 300. So that doesn't mean my today's productivity is more. Understand? I have to see the inputs. I have to see the inputs. Maybe today I have produced 50 more assembly, 50 more vehicles. I might have given more inputs. I might have provided more labor. Like for yesterday 300 ke 300 I have produced only with say 50 labors, but today for 350 I have given 100 labors. I have given more tools. I have given more equipments. I have given more overtime. And it's not a surprise that you have produced 350 vehicles today. Rather, my today's productivity is less than yesterday's productivity. Because yesterday there were only 50 people, they worked only for 8 hours, you know, they were given average tools and equipment, whereas today 100 workers, overtime. So productivity, it is basically it is relations between output and input. And what is input? What are the input? Can anybody tell me? What are the input? Indrajit, are you there? Yeah. What are the different inputs? It can be defined in two words. Anybody? Chirag? Parth? Cyril? What are the how you can define the input in just two words? Aditya Sawant, if you are there, can you tell me? कोई भी नहीं है, or you don't know. See, the inputs can be defined just by 4M. Hello, Indrajit, I am audible and the screen is visible, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so inputs can be defined by 4M. Now, what is this 4M? Can you tell me, Indrajit? 4M क्या है?
Material,
Yeah,
man,
very good. Man,
money,
material,
money,
money, and machines.
uh,
Okay,
much. Okay.
machines. So these are the four inputs. Okay, very good. Okay, and what are the factors which affects the productivity? And I did not tell you, being last year students, the standardization. Okay, means you should standardize your product. You should use standard items like bearings 6202, 6303, or nuts and bolts M16 by 20, which are available in the market as a standard. So that will improve your productivity. Okay. Don't go and manufacture, bearings. Don't, because you are not specialized. Suppose if you are a vehicle assembly manufacturer, or if you are a furniture, or if you are lock manufacturer, or if you are a circuit breaker manufacturer, or washing machine manufacturer. ये small cells, ये O-rings, washers, ये सब मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं करने का. So go for the standard. Have good technology. I do not mean that ekdam hi-fi technology, but at least average technology, not outdated technology. Okay. See, India is a mix. If you go to the foreign countries, so there you will see, very high-tech technology. Because they are, technology dependent. They are falling short of labors or acute labors. So you will see more automation over there. You will see more automation there. People's they even the people's who are coming for the cleaning, they will come in a car, and they will not come with a apna jhadu broom. They are all vacuum pumps. They are all mops and all automatic uh, equipments. The kitchen will have dishwashers. So that is what is technology. Even if you go to hospitals, the patients who are suffering from AIDS, you have more patients, AIDS patients there. So they are scared to touch the local peoples. They are scared to touch these patients because they are afraid that they may also get infections. So the medicines to these patients are also fed by robots. There are robots which gives the medicines to the patients at the desired time, at the required time, in required quantity. Or they use nurses from other countries. That's why if you see the flow of nurses is more over there. Even the die makers, tool makers, because they are labor dependent. The automation is less. So there you will see more Indians, because in India this kind of skills are available in a lot. Okay, then scrap rate should be less. You have to use your internet, fax machines, emails. Now fax etc. are outdated. We are talking about industry 4.0. hmm? We are talking about networking. We are talking about clouds. But you should know that doesn't mean that you should forget this. You should know what is fax machine is. You should know there was fax machines available. Scrap rates, scrap should be zero. Label turnover, layoffs should be less. What do you mean by label turnover? Means you should have ऐसा नहीं कि your environment should be labor friendly. Should people should feel good to work. Like say heat treatment. Heat treatment department, you will enjoy working in heat treatment department only in winter, that too only in December and January. It is so heaty that in summer you cannot stand there, you cannot work there if the environment is not good. So the labor turnover is more there. 2 दिन आएगा, तीसरा दिन भाग जाएगा, नहीं होता है काम साहब. So if you don't have adequate number of fans, exhaust, ducting to remove the fumes, pedestal fan, big ceiling fan, then frequent breaks, then availability of cold drinks, cold water. If you don't have these things, then your labor turnover is going to be more. Then what you will do? Every time, every week, you will take a new labor and you will train him. Then next week, he is again running away. That is not a solution. So you have to have good environment. Similarly, layoff. Your policies should be good. You cannot give frequent layoff. मतलब क्या? You ask your people, not necessarily worker, you and staff also, ask your people to sit at home and do not pay. That is what is called as the layoff. Like suppose all of a sudden there is a downward trend in the business, some kind of a recession. So very often many companies they give layoff. Some companies give layoff, but they pay 100%. But then what is the advantage of layoff? Now there is no work. If I am calling my peoples to work, then they will just come here, they will chit chat, they'll go to the canteen,
एसी चालू करेंगे, फैन चालू करेंगे, लाइट चालू करेंगे, हाँ, पानी का वेस्टेज होएगा, so all these things will happen. So instead of that, what the management thinks, let them sit at home, ये मेरा पूरा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का खर्चा, खाने का खर्चा वगैरह सब बच जाएगा. Okay, so they don't mind giving full salary till the business picks up. Certain businesses are season dependent, like say umbrella manufacturing or ice cream manufacturing or cold drink manufacturing. So that time you hire more people. So you have a contract. So you give a layoff in winter. Okay. But that doesn't mean that you will give a layoff with zero salary. Nobody will stay. And then again, we'll have to gather the peoples in the month of March, April for umbrella manufacturing or for cold drink manufacturing. So business is nothing but relations. So you have to retain your staff. You have to retain your people by giving proper layoff. If you may not be able to pay 100%, pay at least 50% or assign some other work to them and give 100%. Then new workers. So you have to have, you cannot have 100% replacement, but you see that you have sufficient number of workers in cushion so that your business will run. It's a trade-off between the salary and the returns. Okay, and these all factors affect the productivity, and of course, the safety is the most important because if your atmosphere is, if your environment is not safe, and every day you visit, there will be accident. Okay, today 20 people are absent because of the accident. Okay, so your productivity will be down, production will be down, isn't it? So safety is very important for the productivity. Moment you enter this big organization, you will see a big chart or you will see a signage. Today is the 5th day of zero accident, or today is the 10th day of zero accident. That means last 10 days there is no accident. So like that you will see, big charts or signs. And even the record of the accidents also you will see. Last month, what was the total number of accidents? And let me tell you, this productivity is not only for machine shop or for the foundry. It is everywhere, in the office also. Forget about office, but it is even in the canteens also. Even in canteen also, scrap rate should be zero. इनपुट शुड बी लेस. इनपुट शुड बी लेस इसका मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि शक्कर कम डालो या पाउडर कम डालो. Means you have to save your fuels. You have to use proper kind of utensils whose conductivity is more. Coated utensils. Then fuel. You have to see that there is wastage. There is no wastage of the fuels. Accordingly, the size of the utensils, accordingly the size of the chula burners are designed and selected. If you visit Godrej, every shift they have record. What is the wastage? Rice 2 kg, chawal, dal 5 kg, tomatoes, like that. They have a chart. They have to maintain the chart every day, and accordingly they take the decisions. So productivity का मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि it is only for the machine shop. It is for each and every area. There is a scope of productivity. So what are the other factors? Methods, That's why we have methods engineer. If you do by this method, you will have more production. Your present method, they suggest your present method is not correct. So you have to adopt this method. Instead of holding, like suppose if you are doing roughing and you are holding in a 3-jaw chuck, obviously you will say, अरे क्या गधा है, तुम roughing कर रहे हो, or holding side is not finished. Why don't you hold it in a hard jaw chuck?
in a four-jaw chuck. So the grip will be more. You can take higher depth of cut. You can have more feed rate. So this is what you are suggesting. Sometimes the workers make you fool. They will just keep the coolant on the tip and they will not give cut at all and they will put it in automatic mode. Okay, so when you are passing, when the manager is passing, हाँ अरे coolant आ रहा है, machine भी चल रहा है, but actually nothing is being done, you know, because first shift, second shift, third shift, you know, there is a setting or there is a understanding. सेकंड शिफ्ट वाला फर्स्ट शिफ्ट वाले को बोलेगा, थर्ड शिफ्ट वाला सेकंड शिफ्ट वाले को बोला मेरे काम करके रखो थोड़ा. And there is an understanding between union, as I told, and the management that so many products will be produced. उसके ऊपर जाएगा तो you have to give them incentive. So incentive of the plans, that is our target is 100 pieces. If you produce more than 100, then you will get some additional incentive money. Like this, even this bus conductors, why they work so hard, why they run after every passenger, अरे ticket लिया क्या, ticket लिया क्या, because they also have incentives. If they cross certain number of tickets, they get money. The conductors, they are getting 2,500, 3,000 rupees per month as a token of incentive, as a token of hard work. So that's why even if there is a crowd, they will come for the tickets, to cut the tickets. Then location, that is another factor, you know, for improving the productivity. Layout, all these, you know, it's a chapter. Methods is a chapter, methods is a module, layout is a chapter, layout is a module, inventory is again a chapter. People are talking about zero inventories or 1 hour inventory or 3 hours inventory, not more than 3 days inventory. Scheduling, you have to properly schedule. Shortage of IT workers or other technical workers will definitely, you know, hamper your productivity. Equipment breakdowns will lower down your productivity. So you have to keep your, you know, equipment properly. You have to have proper preventive maintenance. So in the lunch times, at many places in the lunch time, if the line is closed or the people have gone for the lunch or the tea break, 15 minutes ka tea break or 30 minutes ka lunch break, maintenance people, they rush, they run and they do cleaning, oiling, greasing. Then weekly maintenance, that is one day there is a off, but maintenance people, they don't have off. They carry their, you know, schedule maintenance. You have to also see that there is no shortages of the material or the parts, and not only shortages, you have to see that whatever parts you have received, they are good, their quality is good. मटेरियल शॉर्टेज नहीं, मतलब 100 की जगह तुमने 110 पीस भेजा और 110 पीस में से 60 पीस खराब है, ओवर साइज है, तो इट्स ऑफ नो यूज. You have to also invest in training and education of the employees. Okay, so we'll continue in the next class. So we have just seen introduction to the industrial engineering. We are starting with the productivity. We have seen what is productivity and what are the factors affecting the productivity. Okay, so this is what we are studying is module 1, and in module 1 we are studying 1.1. In 1.1 we have completed introduction to industrial engineering. If you go for the syllabus, if you look at the syllabus, and now we are studying productivity. Okay, if you have any doubts you can ask, otherwise we can call it a day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. This PM tank is yes, our capacity, our requirement is 100 liters per hour. So you can give me the quotation. It's a borewell water. PAC is around 600. Okay. 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 You can virtually